as we were streaming live, Facebook Live.
It's too bad we didn't have the disc golf for
Streamed live?
Yeah.
So people could see the look on your face the entire time? Look, we were talking about ESPN The Ocho, which is showing, if it's barely a sport, we'll put it on. ESPNU is being turned over to those kind of sports tonight. So stuff like, actually, what's going to be shown? Is it actually going to be things like dodgeball?
No, I don't think there is any dodgeball. I
But
think
disc golf
disc golf, I think, is part of it. I forget what the other stuff
Which
is.
we made the standard disc golf is for stoners joke.
Right.
And a guy from the disc golf community called up to dispute that and said he thinks 25% of disc golf athletes / players are stoned.
We asked him for a percentage, and that's the percentage he gave. After giving it some time and thinking over during the commercial break, I think when that percentage dips below 5%, then we'll stop making the stoner jokes about it. But I think he's a little misinformed. My guess is it's higher than 25%. If he's putting it at 25%, it's probably higher than that. No pun intended.
Well, there's been a lot of response to the Karsch and Anderson inbox, yeah.
Like what?
When I disc golf, about 50% of the people out there are families, and that being said, 90% are high. 25% of disc golfers don't smoke. Dude was too high and flipped the stat. That's from Anthony. Then there's this one. So a disc golfer is less likely to partake than the average person. From Jamie, I'm not a disc golfer per se, but I am a regular golfer and see people smoking weed on the golf course every round I golf.
I see it all the time.
Really, I don't.
Yeah, I see it all the time.
I guess it depends on who you're playing with.
That's true. I'm not.
I disc 100% of my friends that disc smoke weed while playing. Disc golf goes with weed like baseball and sunflower seeds. That's from an unnamed texter.
Spitting cannabis seeds out.
From Brian in Ann Arbor, I've been a serious disc golfer for the past 6 to 7 years, and I can definitely say less than half of the players smoke weed.
Less than half?
Less than half.
All right, so 49%.
Caller is so wrong. 75% are weed smokers, 25% non.
Well, now he's talking about the competitive ones, the ones that get in discussions about how to improve the image of the sport, and let's get away from the stoner culture that truly embraced us. Let's kick them away, because this is serious. This is about,
It would kind of suck if you were a serious disc golfer and you really, really like it. You go, no, I'm not stoned all the time. Stop it. All right, Gator. Trade rumor. Take this for what it's worth, okay?
All right. Hang on, let me just say this, because this is funny. To our Facebook account, Jason says, disc golf is a gateway sport.
Well, look, I don't do it, so I really don't know. Smoke the pot or play the disc golf. All right. NBA trade rumors. Sam Amico, who's a longtime NBA writer, I think he was with Sporting News, and now he has his own website. He does a Q&A and was asked about a possibility of a deal between the Cavaliers and the Pistons from a guy named Zahir. And he writes back, Dear Zahir, the Cavs and Pistons have held some talks, and I have heard that did involve Jackson, meaning Reggie Jackson, but those didn't get very far. I actually like your idea, and his idea was Kyrie and Tristan Thompson to the Pistons for Andre Drummond, Reggie Jackson, and Stanley Johnson. I actually like your idea, but I doubt the Pistons are willing to part with Drummond or Johnson just yet. But you never know. Now, here's the interesting part. Word is, if the Cavs can't get something done with the Suns, and the Kyrie to the Suns rumor is the one that's gained the most traction, word is, if the Cavs can't get something done with the Suns, the Pistons would be among the teams they turn next. Would you be interested in the Pistons pursuing Kyrie Irving?
I'm absolutely interested in pursuing Kyrie Irving. We talk all the time about how you have to have a superstar to build around and do anything in the NBA, and he's a superstar. So, yeah, I'd be interested. maybe not at the price that they're suggesting there. That's a lot to give up to acquire a player who's going to be here for 2 years. Seems like a lot.
I think most people agree you cannot win in the NBA without a superstar. The 2004 Pistons were awesome, but they are by far the exception and not the norm. And then invariably we'll get somebody call them and say Ben Wallace was a superstar. Whatever.
They are the only exception.
They are, well, was it the 77 Trailblazers or the 76 Sonics? I mean, it doesn't happen. It happens like once every 40 years.
79 times, but yeah.
So whatever it was, right? But that team has been cited. So how do you get a superstar? Do you trade for one like this and hope that you can hang on to him? Or do you hope that you can draft one? What is the better way to go about your business?
Better way is to draft one, because then you're not giving up something to get something.
But what is the likelihood of actually doing it?
Well, it's tough to do. It's tough to do unless you're epically bad. And the Pistons are just bad enough to be in purgatory.
Yep.
There's just outside being in the top 10 where you're going to be able to get one of those players. You have to ask yourself, do they have enough left on the team where adding Kyrie Irving and Tristan Thompson is going to make them better than without it? I mean, that's the question you have to ask yourself, and I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think if you have to give up as much as cited here,
that's a lot.
It's not likely that you are going to be competitive even with Kyrie Irving. 248-539-9797, ticket text 97136. Gator, we had a kind of a different spin on the Stafford question on Twitter today. We had, and it's one that was, the voting was pretty close. 57% said one thing, 43% said another. We'll get to what that question was and debate it today at 1:20. Plus, we'll mix in your open line calls. It's Karsch and Anderson, 97.1 The Ticket.